What's up, y'all? I got a bone to pick with y'all. So we didn't promote the last episode, so nobody watched the last episode because we didn't promote it. What's up with that?
Welcome back, Baos. Oh my goodness.
You want to start over? Should I start over instead of just jumping on their asses? Should we just start over?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's just how you roll.
That's how I roll. I got a bone to pick.
We need to promote every single time because we're new.
Mm-hmm.
But then I thought about promoting it after we got back from the trip because the last episode released while we were
It was
out
my
of town.
birthday episode.
We were already on our trip and was scheduled to release. So I didn't even remember when it released until I got a notification.
Yeah.
So
I was waiting on it all day. I was like, it's coming. It's coming.
So, I mean, like, people don't necessarily know, but please follow so you get the notification. Subscribe on YouTube, on
hit that little
Spotify.
bell. Boom. Spotify,
Spotify, YouTube, you'll get notification because we didn't promote it. It wasn't on the social media.
Hold on. I don't know if I put it on Spotify. I might have not put the last episode on Spotify.
Okay, then that's why.
Maybe, but nobody watches it. We don't have a lot. Most of our views are from YouTube. Let's get that.
But it was YouTube from Facebook. So if people have not subscribed on YouTube, please subscribe.
You should.
They won't get notification because we didn't notify anybody.
True, it's true. I was kidding.
We didn't even post it on the.
I was kidding. Hi, y'all. I love y'all.
Put it on the Smokin Baos.
Yes, we didn't do anything. We didn't promote. We were on vacation.
Yes, we had a great trip. So I'm going to promote this though tomorrow when we release this episode as a before and after. Like watch both episodes. Watch like how we didn't know what to talk about San Francisco. Like I was like, it's gonna be interesting. We are gonna go eat some sourdough bread and
see the bridge.
Yeah. No, you say the painted ladies and then like stuff like that. We had no idea what we're getting into.
It was
a great trip. We had a lot of fun. I can't believe we spent 7 days there.
And didn't run out of get bored or nothing.
No.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. It was a good time. It was a real good time.
It was relaxing. It was.
Was it though?
It was.
Was it though?
It was because the weather was great, so we don't feel exhausted every day.
I mean, so yes, it was. I had a great time, but I wouldn't use the term relaxing. We did a lot of so we would leave the hotel room and not come back till evening time.
Well,
I don't call that relaxing
or something. But we sit in places. It's not like we were like working out or something. We walked a lot.
I was gonna say them heels whooped our ass. Them heels whooped my ass.
Baos. Okay. San Francisco. We arrived. We left Houston at 100 degrees. It was not exaggerating. It was 100 degrees when we left Houston.
Yeah.
We got to San Francisco. And the locals complained it was
like
the hottest
87?
day. It was like 85 degrees.
Yeah, 85, 87, yeah.
Now, I did sweat that day, not really because of the heat. We were
moving,
doing stuff,
that whole time, getting on the plane
everything.
And pulling luggage through downtown San Francisco.
We dropped the luggage off at a hotel and immediately left the room, basically, after, using the restroom, refreshed a little bit. We left, went to explore, got some food. Like, we immediately left. And then we got back to your hotel room, changed, and went to dinner. So, like, we were up and running that whole
And we
day.
didn't stop till we left San Francisco. To be honest, we didn't stop till we left San Francisco. Right. We did something every day. There was not a day we was like, no, we're not going to do nothing, just sit in the room.
Yeah.
Nah.
But
we did something every
gorgeous.
Day. Oh, yeah.
We walked everywhere.
The weather makes you want to go outside.
Yeah.
The weather makes you want to go out and do things. They're like, you go out and there's just like people just out. Everywhere you go, there's a group of people, just a group of people just out, just having fun. Just sitting out, lounging around on the grass, having a good time, loving each other up and hugging and stuff. And it's fun. It was a good time. Walking their dogs and all kind of stuff.
It does speak to... We did live in a very small hotel room because we live in the middle of everything.
It was a boutique hotel.
Yeah, it was boutique, but also it's a historical building.
The Triton. Boom.
So it was small. It was literally in front of the Chinatown gates. We got there, look at our hotel. It's like, oh, we're in front of Chinatown.
Yeah, the
It's not-
gates are right there.
It's not
So,
like a
I'll
block
put a picture.
away.
I'll show a picture. There's a
It's
picture
not
right
a
there.
block
See how close
away.
it's right there.
Look
Boom,
at the
boom.
picture. But it's not a block away. It's not around the corner. It's literally, we were at the same street corner across the street as a Chinatown.
You walk
gate.
out the hotel lobby, walk out the doors, look to your right, and there's the Chinatown entrance right there.
Yeah, and not any additional entrances, but the main one.
It's the
with the
one
gate,
with the lions, yeah,
with the
lions
dragons.
and dragon lions, yeah.
No, the dragons were on top.
Oh,
of
okay.
the
Yeah,
gate,
that's right. That's right. The
golden
dragons
ones.
on top. Yeah.
And then you had the
ones
lions on the
side. The mom and the dad.
Yeah, but there were some smaller animals too on the. You need to look carefully. I found small animals on the roof part. Anyway.
But yeah, it was cool,
Yeah.
man. It was a good time. Like I said, the weather was. I can't not talk about the weather. I can't not talk about the
It's
weather
funny.
a bunch.
People say like, "Oh, small talk is talking about the weather." Everybody we talked to in San Francisco, we talked about the weather. Houstonians, San Franciscans, any other person that just decide to talk, you
Yeah.
just talk about the
And we
weather.
did see a lot of like Houston stuff in there. I saw remember I told you I saw that barbecue place. What is it? Killian's Barbecue. I saw a dude wearing a
you
Killian's
saw
barbecue
Keelan's
shirt.
barbecue. Alex, my brother, is from Austin. He said I think the second day, so late arrived super late at night. The first day they were out in San Francisco, he saw Franklin's barbecue, which is Austin. So you from Houston saw the
So
Houston barbecue.
somebody do wearing that shirt, and then Alex see another somebody wearing.
He's from Austin, and he
crazy.
saw Austin barbecue.
Oh, sorry.
I saw
This episode brought to you by Ingenious.
no. We wish.
Yeah, for real though. I'm gonna start. That's what I should start tagging them and putting it on there for like, hey,
Oh, yeah.
every episode we drink one of your beers.
I had to go to refill yesterday.
Yeah, we did. That's what I'm saying. This is good. This is called Double Juicy. It's really good.
It's
It's
really
kind of like
yummy.
it's like an orange, like a citrusy, like IPA. It's good, but you don't.
It's a
It don't have that.
hazy.
It don't have that aftertaste like IPAs have. But
It's a hazy
good.
IPA. I also learned from San Francisco because my friends, we end up visiting my friends on our. Hold on. So I don't like IPAs normally, and my friend apparently doesn't either. But she's like, since she moved there.
See how she says her friend, not our friend. It's her friend. Her friend.
Our friends from my old job.
Oh, you know, I just figured out I have a phone number in my phone. I did not know that. I didn't know I had a phone number.
Why do you have my girl's phone number, huh?
Whatever. Whatever, dude.
Anyway, so she was saying, oh, since she moved to the area because IPAs, hazy IPAs is all the rage over there. So she found out that she actually like hazies because it doesn't have the bitter bite. That Double Juicy is a hazy IPA.
It's good. It don't have that bite. It don't have that aftertaste.
And, if you pour it out, you can see it's hazy.
Oh, I didn't even look to see if I had turned it or whatever, but I don't think so.
Oh, but yeah, it's a hazy. So I liked it. It's nice and juicy. Juicy as in like it has a juice taste to it. It's hazy.
So anyway, back to the trip. So the first day we got there, we went to, remember we walked down and saw the train car station when we dropped all the bags and stuff, and that was really cool. That was like welcome to San Francisco. To me, that was like welcome to San Francisco when we first got there. We saw the Chinatown entrance because we stayed right there, and then we went and saw the cable car. It was like the first day we were
way
there.
back.
Yeah, I was just like, that's cool. I was like, oh, that's
You
pretty
know what?
cool.
Caitlin never saw it because we didn't go to the main station to catch the cable car that day when we. But I didn't want to just make her keep walking when people were standing in line for the cable
man.
car.
Sorry,
Caitlin, if you watch this episode,
I'm
sorry.
It was a shock. It was a shocker. It was to me. It was if I didn't do the job that I do, besides voice acting and
his part-time job, he walks
his receiver at a grocery store or whatever. But I walk a lot. I walk like 6-7 miles a night. That's according to my phone. I mean my watch anyway. So if I hadn't been doing that for 7-8 months, that shit would have killed me.
But okay, you've been on vacation with me for.
But we ain't walked up
Hold on.
hills like that.
True, that's true.
That was the only part that was like, man,
we've
this
been
is.
on vacation.
So when we went to start going up them stairs in Koi Tower, that was hard.
That was hard, but that's just because it was continuous incline, and also it's not like ergonomically designed stairs. These are side of mountain stairs.
Koi Tower was hard. Look at this fucking tower right here. Look at this. Look at this shit. Yeah.
No,
we
you
walked
need to post
up
a
from where
picture.
we are all the way. See where Alisa is standing looking at the picture? We walked from there all the way up to the top of that goddamn tower. It's like, it's because they had counters on the stairs. On the stairs they wrote on chalk what the number of stairs you climbed. And I looked at every single one of those steps.
I didn't see it.
Yeah. So we climbed like 500 and something steps up to the bottom of the tower. And then the tower had another like 280 something steps up to the top. So we walked a hell of an elevation. And it wasn't like a 45 degree. No. This was like 80, 90-degree angle.
These are not designed stairs inside a building. Well, the Koi Tower is, but it's a spiral. So that tripped me out.
But the part that tripped me out was the walking up the stairs, like people houses are up those stairs.
Yes, but it's the first flight that was the most jaunting to me.
No,
the first flight was steep. If you think about it, the first flight, I don't know if you look at the pictures, you can see, but it was not stairs where you are walking forward, because it was just on the side of the mountain to get you up the mountain.
I get what you're saying.
So you literally, hold on. You weren't paying attention. I paid attention to it. Hold on. You were looking at the numbers. I pay attention to the way my legs feel. You feel like your
yeah, that's my next point.
You feel like your feet were stacking on top of each other going to the next step. That's not well-designed steps. They just had to design it that way because that's how the mountains and hills are.
Yeah, like, so as you walking up the hill, they just built it up on the goddamn hill.
It reminded me so much about like my mom's hometown and everything.
It's really, really, really cool. Like, it's really cool how they build like stairs, and then they'll put houses to the left and the right, and you can look, and like people's houses are like built onto the goddamn hill, but you can look out and see like the ocean and all kind of shit, and the docks and the pier and all that.
We never figured out if all those houses had street access.
Yeah,
because I don't think so. Because you remember when we came back down on a different side, we saw cars just parked like on the curb under the hills. So that means those people had to carry their grocery up flights of stairs to get to the house. And they're not cheap houses. I haven't looked up Zillow, but I'm sure. They're expensive houses.
I've told you. We've discussed this. When we were there, I was just like, let's see how expensive houses are around here. And we were going back to the airport. And I pulled up the thing. And I pulled up a house. Y'all, I kid you not. It was 995 square feet. The listing on it said bedroom, line through, bathroom, 1.
So it's a studio.
995 square feet, $400,000. $400,000 for a 995 square foot.
So for $400,000 in the suburbs in Houston, you can get a 3,000 square foot house.
Yeah. That's San Francisco,
but
baby.
You didn't figure out what part of it is.
It was downtown somewhere. It was downtown around like where we stayed at.
Okay. So like in the very, very busy place.
Yeah.
Because we literally,
it was just like a room about this size you live in.
So the street we stayed on, I believe it's Grant Street.
Yeah, it was like Main or 3rd or something like that.
You go north on Grant is Chinatown. It's a lot of Chinese stuff. It is more than just Grant, but Grant is the central road where you have the lanterns, where they shut things down on the weekends.
We took a picture there, right?
The lanterns, yes.
Yeah, right there.
But
That's right.
I just realized we didn't take picture of the other side of Grant. So going south on Grant, going towards Market Street. Market Street is a street where most of the public transit lines run through. It's just a big street. But going south on Grant, it's all designer stores. Stores I will never set foot in.
Yeah, we ain't going to
I
nowhere
don't
near
buy
them
any
stores.
designer brand
We ain't
stuff.
going nowhere near them stores.
Stores where every single store had a security guard wearing black suit.
Yeah.
You know, like
and a gun.
Yes, but they're not in
Some of
tactical
them had
gears.
some of them had police though in front.
They do have some,
Some of them
but
have
most
police.
of them want the private security that look really nice in a black suit. You know, everything black. Black shirt, black suit, black tie.
Yeah.
And then just stand there and guard things. So we live in a very central area. And it's fancy on one side and very historical on the other side, which is very interesting.
Now that you say that, yeah, that is weird. That is.
You never thought about that?
No, I did not.
It's historical Chinatown on the north side.
You got Chinatown when you right over there, and then you walk over here, you got like all these expensive ass.
Yeah, it's like
designers.
Hermes.
It's weird.
It's Hermes. It's Mont Blanc.
And
it's
Chinatown is cheesy,
YSL.
super cheap.
But the beginning of Chinatown, you had those expensive.
That's true.
art-
Those art stores and
like-
all that kind of stuff. But one of them is closing, or supposedly going. Remember, he was having a clearance. He had to get rid of all.
Yeah, you know Chinese people do that,
Yeah,
right?
I know. Try to get you to come in and buy some stuff. See,
But they're
it's
like
on discount.
they're fancy decor stores, like stuff that doesn't make sense in your house unless you're very rich because they have no function.
Yeah.
They are just. But then, like, there's some that are kitschy because there's Transformer and Batman.
Yeah.
But then there's
Darth
some
Vader,
like
Yodas,
very snooty, fancy stuff. Like
Yeah, stuff you would know.
huge
So
thing
you
of
would,
Jill.
you would only get that
Gigantic
if you
thing of
had a
Jill.
mansion. You would only buy that stuff if you had a mansion. That's the only reason you would buy that kind of stuff. Is you have a mansion and you have a big old a big old entrance somewhere where you have nothing in it, and you could put some huge transformer or Mickey Mouse or door, whatever weird thing you like.
It was a balloon animal looking, but metal sculpture.
Yeah.
It looked like those balloon animal dogs,
But it was
exactly
metal.
like
Yeah.
it, but it's made out of metal
Yeah.
or something like
It's
that.
super shiny. Yeah. Yeah.
But it makes sense to be in Chinatown because Chinatown has, like, the old money people, Chinese people like to buy stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
my uncle will open a store like that if he lived in
I would
San
open a
Francisco.
store like that if I why not? People will buy it. You just need a couple sales every year. You know what I mean? Like you sell something $100,000 every year. Yeah.
But your stock is expensive.
I know. Yes.
So you
that is
have to
true.
have
That is
enough
true. That
money
is
to
true.
source
Yeah, that's
to
what
fill
that's
your
also
store.
something we was talking about. Like, who owns these stores? Like, who owns that
Well,
store?
it turned out to be only 2 stores. They just had a whole bunch of storefronts because as
Exactly.
they
That's even
expand,
weirder.
It's just
That's
like
even crazier to me.
they expand.
To me, that's even crazier. Why do you have so many storefronts?
So because
How do you sell all this? How do you? Have
why do you need so much footprint? I don't know.
I like.
I don't know why you need so much
like,
footprint.
For real,
but I
like
get why
Chinatown.
there are
I
so many
like
storefronts
Chinatown.
because they can't
I
expand
don't think
normally.
you should live in Chinatown because and this is
I
not
don't think anybody lives in
This is not a knock on Chinatown. Oh, there were when we were in that little park the last day we were walking around. It was that little park that we were in. There's a building right across the street from that park that's for sale. I didn't look and see how much it was because I was like,
I
that
think
place
it's
is probably
old people.
rat infested to the gills. And that's what I was gonna say. That's not a knock on Chinatown. I was gonna say you don't live in Chinatown because that shit. I'm sure that place is rat infested, baby. Because everywhere we went to, they had a cat. There's only one reason why you have a cat.
We were in a winery and we saw 2 cats fighting.
Yeah,
And
they were playing.
Okay, everybody thought they were fighting. They were fighting.
They were playing.
I thought they were cute, but they were in.
You got video
There were
of it.
cats and what's it called, in the barrel room of this winery we went to.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we saw the cat, everybody got excited. I got excited because they're cute. But I was like, oh, are they working cats? And they're like, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
it's, I mean, around
We got
your
a
wine.
lazy cat around here. He don't do
He's
nothing.
eating downstairs.
He don't do nothing.
He's now
Just
happy.
beg
and
for
sleeping.
food. Don't do nothing. He's not a working cat. He's cute, but that ain't a job.
But they protect the wines from vermin.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
But
But we have bugs and stuff that come in. He don't do nothing. He don't do nothing.
no, sometimes he swat at them. He doesn't do a very good
Protecting her
job.
baby.
Sometimes he swatted them. Like, that's how I know sometimes insects get in, because he swats them.
So you're talking about the winery. That was now that. So that was so the night we went. So we went. They took. So first of all, that was the San Francisco trip was for my birthday.
We
so
arrived on his birthday.
So my birthday night, we went to a super awesome steakhouse that the name of it is
House of Prime Rib.
House of Prime Rib. There we go. I don't remember names of things.
It's been there since 1949.
It was awesome. I got a super huge look. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this feast that we had.
And then look at his empty plate.
Yeah, I had that big one right there. So we went there, and then when we were there, we were like, so I was like, let's talk about the trip. Like, what are we gonna do this whole night, this whole 6 days we're here? Like, what are we doing? Like, do we have any plans for tomorrow? And Elise was like, not really. We don't really have anything planned. And Kaylin was like, my sister was like, so I was thinking about going to this winery tour. And I was like, oh.
Thank you, Kaylin.
Bet.
It was an awesome experience.
I was like, bet, let's do that. I was like, yeah, let's line it up.
Do we do half day? Do we do full day?
So Elisa doesn't remember me saying this, but when we first were talking about like going to San Francisco, I was like, I want to go and do some wineries and shit. I want to drink some wine. I want to go to like Sonoma and Napa and that shit and drink some wine and shit. So when Kaylin said that, I was like, oh, bet, let's do that shit.
I didn't have anything planned to go to winery, but I thought when we visit our friends, we might end up going to wine country. So I wasn't very like sure whether or not we're gonna do it until I know their plans. But because our friends that moved to San Francisco area, they actually moved to Santa Rosa, Sonoma area. The guy happened to came back to Houston.
Steven? We just call him Steven.
Steven? Okay.
We'll call him Steven.
Steven happened to come back to Houston the week before to help his parents move to California. So the plans were kind of vague. We weren't sure because I didn't know when he was going to get back home. I didn't know if he was going to be tired. It was just the Monday was Labor Day. So everybody's off.
And he had drove to San Francisco.
Yeah. He had drove his parents' moving truck back to Sacramento area.
Sacramento. That's right, Sacramento. That's right. Yeah. Past San Francisco. Boo. Well, no.
No, it's
you get you get Sacramento before you get San Francisco, right? When
Sacramento is on the inside of the bay. So
I don't know. I don't know how that shit works. I'm stupid, so whatever.
San Francisco is on the outside of the bay?
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, when you're driving, like, which one do you get to first?
I don't think it makes a difference.
So it's the way you go, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. That's what I'm saying.
If you look at a map...
I'm not that goddamn dumb.
I looked at a map. That's why I know. I looked at a map. So, like, Sacramento's still kind of in the Bay Area, but it's on the inner side. Yeah. So it's further east, let's say. So the Bay is in the middle. San Francisco is on the west side of the Bay. You have Sonoma and Napa on the north side, and then like Berkeley. I do. Berkeley and
I'm gonna move the mic real quick.
Berkeley and Sacramento and stuff like that on the east side of the Bay. So by the way, I'm drinking Sutter Homes.
We're gonna get to it.
No, we were talking.
Go ahead.
I was just saying that I didn't know, because they live in one country, if we were gonna go to winery when he got back in town. But because Kaylin talked about going to a winery and she wanted to do it as kind of like a gift for us on the trip, like it's her,
a gift for me. For this, my birthday.
She said, I want to pay for excursion while we're here. And she's like, I want to do this. And then I wasn't going to say no. I'll never exciting.
Say no to something like that. Yeah.
I was like, sure. We did a whole day. So we went to 3 different wineries. And during our winery, lunch portion, like after the first 2, in the middle of the winery tours, when we were getting lunch, my friend called me on the road. It's like, I'm driving back from Houston. Steven.
He was in like Arizona or something, right?
I think he was around Arizona. He's like, I'm driving back. How are y'all? I was like, oh, we're in wineries.
We're by your house. We're in Sonoma.
So because we went to wineries, then he decided, when we met up, he and his girlfriend were going to meet us in San Francisco, and we did stuff in San Francisco instead because they've only been there for a couple years. They haven't really did a lot of stuff in San Francisco. You know, they work, they travel for work, so
they travel a lot, so they don't really get to stay home a lot. Yeah.
And then they also have family. Now Steven's family.
Speaking of wine, before I forget,
area,
I bought this cool ass. This is made out of the oak barrels that they keep the wine in, and it's got like a little Napa Valley like stamp, like smoked, like one of those what do you call them? Branding stamps on it. The fire branding stamps.
So when he bought it, he just thought it looked cool, and then we found out it was made from the barrels.
The barrel.
So it's even cooler. Yeah. But.
Anyway. That was so much fun. Man, that was so much fun. Drinking that wine. So the first place, so I got a really good buzz on the first place, and then it gradually would die, and then we go to another place, and it would kind of like, because the other places didn't fill our cups up like the first place.
We went to 3 different wineries.
Yeah.
The first one, first of all, we got it at 10:30 in the morning, California time.
But I ate.
Yeah, but.
Because I made it a point to go eat.
How much
before
did you
we left.
eat?
I ate a bran muffin and I ate a muffin and one of those little what you call the things? What do you call those? Crumbles?
Danish?
Crumbles.
Crumble. Okay.
Yeah.
But that's still not a lot. Like
No. I'm lying like a motherfucker. Because remember that was the morning I ate the 2 muffins. I ate the whole muffin. I had grabbed 2.
You got a muffin.
I
got
grabbed
2 muffins.
And
you
I ate
half
of each. That's right. That's
and
right.
I got
So I ate a whole muffin.
But that's still.
That was a lot.
It was a giant muffin.
That was a lot.
But it's not like you've had breakfast and lunch and then you went.
And then
to
I ate the rest of it when you went later on in the day, because you had brought it with you.
Yeah,
and
but
you didn't finish it all, so I ate the rest of it later on in the day.
That's right
before lunch.
That's around. Yeah, that's after a second winery though. That's why the first buzz came on so fast, though. You just had muffin. This is since dinner. You only had muffin. So
it was still cool. I'm not, dude. That shit was fun. Like I would definitely. Besides the whole catching the vid part, we think that's where we caught the vid at. We caught COVID on the way on our trip, so that part sucked. But
We're
I mean,
vaccinated,
so it wasn't that
bad.
Yeah, so it felt like I was telling everybody at work, because everybody was like, "Oh shit, you gotta use. How would you feel? You like you vaccinated?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm vaccinated." I was like, I only felt like I had a head cold and all.
We are quadruple vaccinated.
Yeah, 4 times.
Had our 2
and
then the 2
and
boosters.
I'll get the other one if they give a new one that come out. I'll get another one. I don't give a shit. I ain't tripping.
It's not whether or not a new one comes out. It's like if they allow, because
I'm just saying.
Sometimes they have to like reserve it for the older people or whatever.
I don't fuck about that shit. But yeah, so what was it? Well, the first night that your brother,
Baos,
the night that we,
if you haven't noticed, he's super excited about this trip because he's talked so much more like normal. He won't let me have a word in.
Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry. My bad. It was my birthday trip. It was fun.
It was. Let me just finish this before I forget. The reason why I bought Sutter Home wine, which is a very, very cheap wine from the grocery store that I normally do not get, but it's delicious. Because during the trip, we found out from our tour bus driver was great. He was a wealth of information. He told us stuff.
We need to shout out. I forget whatever bus.
Greg is his name.
Forgot what company we went though. We went to the tour with. Though.
Oh, we'll look it up and put a logo up there. But shout out to Greg. He was so knowledgeable. We didn't know that when we boarded the bus in the middle of San Francisco. Yeah, he was driving through the city and giving us information. Like we learned about
Koi Tower. Went through Castro, went through Little Italy, went
Chinatown. He's pointing out a Koi Tower. He showed us the Palace Museum or whatever.
The lookout or whatever they call it. What do they call that place where they filmed the rock at and all that stuff?
Yeah, the Palace something. Yeah. We'll figure out. Anyway, he was telling us as we drove through San Francisco before, and he drove us to Golden Gate Bridge lookout point from the other side of the bay. Like, he was so knowledgeable, including telling us about wine, about Napa, about Sonoma, like about different wineries. Besides the one we went to, we didn't go to Sutter Home, but we learned that Sutter Home is a very big California wine family, and they were the ones that invented
White Zinfandel.
the White Zinfandel. It was an accident, but now it becomes so big, and then other people make it. So this is so cool because I never knew we had White Zinfandel before.
That's the kind of shit that he was telling us though. It was like stuff that we didn't know, like things that we didn't know about, like winemaking or like the city of San Francisco and things like this.
And how like there are different wines because of the
so
climate.
what was the neighborhood that used to be in? Was it Little Italy that used to be at the beach? And then they
North Beach, Little Italy.
So that used to be a beach, and they
we even looked up.
It's like a town, part of town now.
Before we went to San Francisco, we looked up travel like YouTube videos, and they talked about, one dude was talking about, oh, North Beach is cool, you need to visit North Beach, but there's no beach at North Beach. So we're like, huh, okay. It never dawned on us that at one point it was the beach, and North Beach was actually beachfront, and geography changed, but Greg was telling us when we drove through the history of it. It's so cool. Like,
so Go ahead, finish.
No, it's just we learned so much
from Greg,
from just being on that trip. So it wasn't just wine. We're learning a lot of knowledge, and then
a lot about San Francisco.
Appreciate wine. I'm going to buy more Sutter wine from now.
You have
Sutter
to.
home.
He even took us to the like bridge, like a bridge point. Look at this bridge point we went to. Like he took us here where we could like take pictures of like the bridge in the background and super far early in the morning. It was cool, and that's before we even went to the damn winery. That was so fucking cool. Dude, that was the thanks, Again, thanks, Kaylin. That was awesome. I loved it.
Thank you, Kaylin.
I don't give a damn. We caught COVID because it didn't even hurt.
Well, Kaylin caught COVID too.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying it didn't hurt. Nobody got super sick or nothing. We all vaccinated, so it's fine. Some people will be mad about that kind of shit. I'm not.
For me, it just felt like allergies, and my nose
so
run
it probably
anyway.
felt the same for us, but I accoladed to like feeling like a head cold because I don't really have to deal with allergies.
I didn't.
But it was that first night was horrible.
I did not feel bad at all. I just felt like allergies
I couldn't
the
even
whole time.
sleep. So it was the first night your brother came was Saturday night. I felt horrible. Like I couldn't sleep. I couldn't breathe.
I did not feel like that.
I kept having to like pop my ear because I couldn't hear.
You're not
shit.
listening. I did not feel like that.
I heard you. I'm just telling you how I felt.
You said it probably felt the same, but no, I didn't.
No, because I'm saying why I'm saying that is because some people do feel like that with allergies. Because before, a couple months back, I was telling Victoria that my ears kept popping.
That's what I'm saying, though. I normally feel that bad during allergy attack, but I did not feel that bad during this COVID. I didn't even feel congested. I didn't take a decongestant that whole entire time when we rested up.
Anyway, it just felt like I had a head cold because I couldn't breathe. My goddamn nose was stopped up, and I could not sleep that night. And it was just that one night where I was like, this feels fucking horrible. But I thought it was because.
Remember, I gave you decongestion.
But I thought it was because I had been walking around and it was so cold outside.
He was enjoying the cold.
That's what I'm saying. That was the night I went to the beach.
I brought him a jacket.
Hush.
He barely wore it.
That was the night I went to the beach and everything, and I walked on the beach side and all that stuff by myself, which was awesome. So we went to Ghirardelli, the Ghirardelli place center, the chocolate place where
Ghirardelli Square.
Yeah, Ghirardelli Square. And so out like on the back side of Ghirardelli Square, on the street side, you can go and like sit on the like beach side and like walk on the beach. And so we went there kind of late in the evening time. So by the time it got like, now I got to see the sunset on the beach and all that. They getting chocolate and candy and stuff. I'm walking on the beach. We
all saw the sunset. He's the only one that went actually like to the edge of the water.
The beach, yeah. Yeah, I went to I was like, no, I'm not missing this. This is a once in a lifetime probably opportunity that I'm not gonna miss.
So
I'm gonna
mind
go to this
you,
beach.
San Francisco beaches are not for the faint of heart. They are not for like relaxing on the beach in your bikini in the sun, because San Francisco is cold. So their water is cold.
So that place. So what
And
your deli
it's
is?
pretty like it's pretty
So I read a
violent
plaque.
waves.
So I read a plaque like where Ghirardelli is, that beach side right there. While they have all those bleachers, is because in the '60s, '50s, and '60s they used to watch speedboats race outside over there. So that's why those bleachers are there. But now people just go there and it's homeless people. So yeah, it's homeless people there and all kind of stuff like that. So that's another thing I got a bone to pick with people about San Francisco. They make it seem like it's super fucking horrible. And yes, I don't live there and I don't see it every day, but it just seemed like walking around another city to me. Like you gonna have your good places and you gonna have your bad places. So what my thinking is these places that are now bad used to not be so bad and now they're worse than they used to be. So people are like,
we didn't go to very shady area.
that Mission Station, that train station is kind of sketchy.
Mission was sketchy, but we were there during daytime.
Yeah. I wouldn't go there with that.
Yeah, but to me, it's a commentation. It's a commentary. Thank you. It's a commentary on our society, on the fact that San Francisco is so very expensive. 900 square foot apartment is $400,000. Hold on. You have people who are priced out of having homes.
Exactly.
So then you have area of town that stay kind of shady, stay cheap until they are, unfortunately, the word that we don't want to say, gentrified.
but what you see is these people that come in, because these places, the Mission still has really good food places. You got the pupusa place, they got the burrito place. Boom, burrito place we went to right here. Well, they got the burrito place. Then they got these other places that they have the food places. So these people come into those areas to eat, but then they leave, and then the places are still the same.
So I was watching or reading about the burritos, like people talk, because in case, not all the Baos knew, our American burritos that we know and love nowadays, the reason why we have big chains like Chipotle is because of Mission Street in San Francisco. Mission burritos is what they're called. It's not from Mexico. Burritos are from Mexico, kind of, in the way that in Mexico they have invented burrito years ago, but I've had a traditional Mexican burrito in Mexico when I was working there. They look nothing like our American burritos.
I think I had one when I went there to visit you too.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I had a burrito
because I only found it on one menu of one place that I went to for lunch with my coworkers at work. Anyway, they're the beautifully wrapped burritos. You can see the picture. We went to the one that's supposed to be the first one, the people that invented burrito.
I believe it.
They wrap the most gorgeous burritos. Mission burritos.
I believe it.
San Francisco is iconic. It's historic. People should go to eat burrito. It's delicious. It's cheap. And it's just, part of history and gorgeous and delicious. The original burrito. So
Mission Street in San Francisco.
It's show the beautifully wrapped thing.
How nice it is. How tight it is. It's all warm and nice. We're about to unwrap gold here. Oh wow. It is wrapped. Oh wow. Oh wow. Look at that. Busting out the seam. Yummy, yum, yum, yum. Time to eat.
Show me the inside. continue taking our bite to really see the inside. So, Mr.
It's good. Hold on.
Burrito connoisseur.
I haven't had the other one yet. I can't tell you.
So we're gonna get the other one too.
And then I'll let you know which is the original. I don't understand why it's so expensive.
The city?
Yeah, I don't get it. Like it doesn't
Because it's such nice weather.
No, that doesn't like for real though. That doesn't compute to me. Like, why is it so expensive to live there? Like, for one, there's earthquakes there, right?
Anything in California should have earthquake.
All right. So there's earthquakes there.
line.
So there's structural damage. At any time there could be structural damage, right? So I don't understand. Like, why is it more expensive to live there than it is to live here? I get here is hot, but still, there's more room here. You would think with more room, but you would think with more room it would be more expensive because hey, you get more room.
No,
so
it's the opposite.
That's exactly that doesn't in my brain that don't make sense.
No, why doesn't it make sense? There's more room, so there's more room to build. There's more room to expand.
But it don't feel like it's more room. You see traffic? Have you seen traffic coming into the neighborhood at 5 o'clock? It don't seem like there's more room.
We didn't have to sit in rush hour traffic in San Francisco because we didn't, first of all, drive.
We don't go in traffic yet,
and we didn't
I'm just saying,
walk around in rush hour.
I'm just being
There
silly.
is...
I get it. No, I'm just being silly. I get it. Like, I know why it's more expensive.
When you have less space, it's more expensive. And
I'm just being goofy.
when the weather is gorgeous... People want to live there.
I'm trying to figure out how we're going to move there. How are we going to do Smokin Baos from San Francisco? It's going to be the same set. It's just going to be different.
No, it's going to be very tight quarters.
It will be the same place. It'll just be the room where we sleep at. The bed will be behind us.
I don't know. The bedrooms might be kind of tight. But
it's crazy. Like, it's cool, but it's... I don't know how people live there. And so you see, like I was saying, though, you see people that are homeless, and you're like, they don't look like they should be homeless, but I'm sure they are because they're just priced the fuck out of their own home. Like, that's crazy. Like, there's no reason a 900 square foot we'll say 1,000, the 995, that's 1,000. 1,000 square foot home, apartment, whatever, should be $400,000. Somebody need to do something about that. like for real. Like, somebody needs to do something. Like, that's ridiculous.
That's our society.
That's ridiculous.
We don't have that in Houston to be that expensive.
Certain places in Houston we do.
Not
certain
quite,
parts of town.
Not quite that expensive. But there are part of town that are quite a bit more expensive.
And in LA, and in somewhere like LA is even worse.
If you think about it, it's always in the more condensed area where you get shopping right in front of, right downstairs.
If you were in a game, like simulation game like The Sims, and you transported our house and you transported it to like San Francisco, this is like a $3 million home in San Francisco. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. It's like 10 times the amount it's worth here.
I don't remember what's the square footage, but...
that fucking turret home we saw? Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
So Victoria...
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Victoria was talking about how she loved the San Francisco Bay windows. All these houses have this like
So why do we say her name, but we don't say Steven's name?
I don't know. I don't know if we should talk about all our friends. But Alex, Victoria, I said their name because I figure we will invite them onto the show eventually regardless. So anyway, but they have this area of the a lot of the houses have bay windows where, you know, you sit in front of it and it's like give you like a panoramic view of 180 degrees or whatever. She keep wanting to find ones with more and more windows, the more and more round ones. She want to find a house with full turrets. Or she said that she'll eventually have a dream home where she built a full turret.
We're all trying to figure out how we can just live in one house together in San Francisco. We'd all have to have like super really good jobs.
Can we finish talking about turret? So we found the turret house.
Finish the turret, baby.
When we were hanging out with Steven, and I won't say Sam. I'll call her Sam.
Why not Sai? Go Sai.
Okay, Sai? That sounds like a guy name.
Who cares?
Okay, Steve and Sai, when we were hanging out with them, we drove past this house. I was like, oh my God, it's a full turret. But we drove past too fast. I couldn't pull out my camera.
Couldn't get the camera.
So this is a Google photo image. It's almost a full turret. It's on the corner of the house.
Put some stranger's house up on there. Yeah, boom. There you go. Because that's how we roll.
But that house is $2 million.
$2 million for this. For this. $2 million. Yeah. This don't have the street appeal of our home. And it's $2 million.
Hey, it has a full turret.
No one cares.
Actually, almost
only
a full
you
turret.
and Victoria care about that. And the only reason you care about that is because Victoria cares about that.
I liked how it looked like that Mediterranean look. It kind of looked like Aladdin because of the
since we're talking about houses, I fucking adored the Painted Ladies. I thought so. I ain't even gonna lie. When I said it on the episode before, go watch. I was semi excited about it. But when you get there and you see them, it's a whole different thing. It's a whole different feeling you get. You're just like, holy shit, these houses are really fucking cool. Like, these are really cool. But there's no way I could live in those houses. There's no way.
They get a lot of traffic of people wanting to look at a house.
So there's a park. Fuck that. There's a park right outside your house facing your house. You never get privacy at your home. There's your house here, and across the street there's a park with a hill.
Square Park.
With a hill, yeah, Alamo Square. Who gets that anyway? Whatever.
We went to San Francisco to find the Alamo.
The hill is like this, and your house is right here. So people just sit on this hill and look right here at your house. No thanks. I'll pass.
See into the house.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I would like to just go outside my house sometimes. I would just like to look out of my house sometimes and be like, there's nobody there. Because I do that. I look outside the house and go, hey, there's nothing in the driveway. There's nothing in the cul-de-sac. That's cool. You can never do that there.
We live in the cul-de-sac and it annoys him that our neighbors hang out in front.
Yeah, it annoys me and the dog. It annoys me and Aria. Both of us don't like it.
Anyway.
But yeah, no way I can live in the Pretty Ladies. The Pretty Ladies are awesome.
Painted
ladies.
They are pretty.
I've drank one of these and I drank a little bit of vodka earlier. So anyway, but yeah, the Painted Ladies, dude, love them, awesome. But no,
I didn't realize you love them so much until this moment.
Yeah, it was super cool. It was like I said, it was okay, let's go see them. This is going to be But then you get there and you're like, oh, shit.
So apparently trying to kill Kaylin was worth it.
Yeah.
So
we survived the crazy man on the bus to go see the Painted Ladies.
Was it before the Painted Ladies?
That was on the way to the Painted Ladies.
I thought that was after when we went to get the burritos.
Anyway, whatever.
Anyway, so I am a proponent of public transit.
Oh my God, this woman loves public transportation.
I love cities that have public transit and they're walkable.
Cool. It's great.
Oh, so earlier you're saying that you are practiced in walking because of your job. You're also practiced in going on vacation with me because we've been doing this for over a decade.
So I'm just used to it. Yes, drag me here, drag me there. I'll go there.
We've been together.
Hey, so I'm gonna tell you something you don't know. I don't give a shit. I love it. I love going on vacation and not having to give a fuck about what I'm going to do because I know some things might not be cool, but they're gonna be kind of cool. And then some things are gonna be like, oh shit, I wasn't. No, that's not true. That's not true because we went to the porch. The front porch. We went to the front. I make plans to go eat at places.
On a 7-day trip, he chose one dinner location.
No, I told you I wanted to go to Alcatraz too. I did tell you I wanted to go.
After we were after Steven said, hey, y'all should go to Alcatraz. And then I say, hey, Steven said we should go to Alcatraz. And you're like,
no.
nah, we shouldn't go to Alcatraz. Why should we waste time going to Alcatraz? And then you realize, oh, we'll be there for 7 days. Okay, let's go to the Alcatraz. By the way, oh, you didn't bring up, oh, you gave away the Alcatraz already. Yeah. No, but yeah.
It's just a little license
just
plate.
A little license plate.
Like her license plate, that's Alisa.
We will talk about that later. How long have we been talking? It's been a long
we're
time.
at 40.
Okay. So, anyway, he doesn't make plans.
No,
so
48.
We're
at 48.
I don't really make plans
It's fine.
either.
We can go over.
Or we can just record second episode,
Let's
part
go
2.
over.
Anyway, I don't really make plans either, but it's a 7-day trip, so I have to
You
make
have to make
some
plans.
plans.
You have to make
Otherwise,
plans, yeah.
we're just gonna be sitting there in the hotel room twiddling our thumbs and then wasting time away.
Which is fine. But you shouldn't do that if you spend a lot of money on a vacation.
Yes.
I mean, some people, no, but some people do that, though. Some people do that. Like, some people do go on, that's
why
the vacation.
people go on, like, cruises. If you want to do that, go on a cruise.
Yeah, that's
because
true. That's
you
true.
you
That's
buy
true.
an all-inclusive cruise,
I can
and then
that
you
one.
just eat and sleep.
I agree.
Like, I don't get cruises for that exact reason.
I kind of want to pause and go get another beer.
How about let's pause an hour, and then you can, this is just 10 minutes from now, and you can get another beer, and we can have part 2.
Sorry, I don't mean to make his ugly face. Okay, yes, dear, we'll do that. That's
Anyway,
great.
I drag him along everywhere. We've been together for like 16 years by now.
Woo!
No, past 16 years.
It was
But-
07.
Yeah, past 16 years. And ever since the beginning, I drag him walking, right? Because I was living in Austin.
And you would
at
think
the
I would be way smaller than this. What is the fucking problem?
I was living in Austin at the time. Even though I had a car, Austin is still a city where you kind of walk. If he visits me, he goes on campus, you have to walk around. And it's hilly, not quite as hilly as San Francisco, but it's hilly in Austin. Oh, and then we'll go to places in Austin.
That much.
We didn't walk that much, but we did walk. We will go to the park and we will
on
walk
campus
around.
And park, but
Yeah, you go to
walk
Oasis.
up and down
You have to
and
walk from the parking to the because Oasis is just huge. Anyway, so I drag him around walking. I drag him to Vegas walking. I drag him to Mexico where we do walk around Mexico.
Give me credit. Give me credit. You don't drag me when we're in Vegas. I'll leave you in the hotel room morning times when you'll sleep, and I'll go walking by myself.
So I sleep a lot in Vegas just because Vegas
The beds
hotels,
are nice. The beds are nice.
Vegas
The beds
hotels
are
are
nice. The beds are
designed for sleep.
But I'll get up and I'm not a very deep sleeper, so I don't really sleep deep, especially when I'm on vacation somewhere like Vegas. So she'll be sleeping, and I'll sleep 6, 7 hours maybe.
Blackout curtain.
6,
comfortable
7 hours
bed.
maybe. And I'll get up and I'll just be like, I can't sleep no more. And I'll look over at her and she'll be. So I was like, all right, I'm going to get up and go
fall
do
asleep
something.
before I do.
Yeah,
I usually
exactly.
go sleep
so
later.
I'm going to go do stuff. I'm going to go walk around. So I'll go walk around by myself. I'm just saying, give me credit. It's not just you dragging my fat ass around everywhere.
No,
I actually do
I'm
things.
just saying that every place basically we go on vacation is a walking place.
Yeah.
I like to go
Colorado,
to places.
we walked a lot.
Like to go to places where it's walkable and preferably
remember
there's
Red
public
Rocks in Colorado.
preferably there is public transit. So Colorado, there wasn't that much public transportation. There, we didn't know when we first got there that that's around the time when they got the train from the airport to the city. So we could have taken a train, but because we lived in Denver, we wanted to be able to go up to Golden or Boulder or Red Rocks to be able to go through the area. I got a car when we went to Denver's, so we didn't walk quite as much, but we did park and walk. Because you had to park and then go walk around Boulder, park and go walk around the Red Rocks. We did drive from one part of Red Rock to another part when it's like a long distance. But
we talking about a whole nother vacation. We need to be talking about SF, baby.
my point is we are used to walking and
Yes.
public transit everywhere we go on vacation. Caitlin is nuts, which everybody vacation differently, right? So I felt bad because we went to Painted Ladies. Going back to our original thing, we went to Painted Ladies.
That was two steep ass hills going to the Painted
We went
Ladies.
to Painted Ladies after
One was a 90-degree angle.
We went to Painted Ladies after we went to Lombard Street. Lombard Street is a very famous, you'll see pictures right here, this very famous twisty, curly, zigzagging street. It's not a very long street that is beautiful. They have hydrangeas planted all over that whole area. You'll see in the picture.
Couldn't live there either.
Those are people's houses that people take pictures in front of, that people drive through, people rent a scooter through, and those are people's houses. So imagine trying to drive in and out of your driveway. Imagine trying to just get some peace and quiet. You cannot, because
Imagine trying to bring your groceries in. And you got these goddamn tourists everywhere,
but yeah, you can't get through your garage because they're tourists.
We saw one dude backing up. He was trying to back up and get out of his house to go somewhere, and he had like the one dude was coming down and had to like stop and let him come out.
We didn't drive down it.
Yeah, hell no. We met her cool ass third cousin.
Yeah, third cousin. My third cousin dropped us off on top of Lombard. We had lunch with her earlier. We had chill with her, and she lived in the San Francisco area, and she said goodbye on the top of the hill. She went back to her car.
She's like, I ain't driving down that shit, and I ain't walking down it.
And so we walked down it. It's easy to walk down. They have very gentle stairs to walk down on the side of the zigzaggy street. But what I didn't realize is we want to go from there to Painted Ladies, which is nowhere close, but it's kind of just checking off the landmarks of San Francisco. Yeah, you have to. We check off 3 things that day. Oh no, we check off 4 things. Chinatown, in general.
We did do a lot that day.
Painted Ladies.
That day was a lot.
Yeah, we did Chinatown in the morning. Ate lunch at Chinatown with my third cousin. Hung out with her in the hotel lobby for a little bit after, walking around Chinatown, and then she drove us to Lombard Street. So in the afternoon, we walked down Lombard Street, and I was like, okay, well, she left, and going to Painted Ladies, we can catch a bus. It's, not difficult to catch a bus. I didn't realize the bus stop, even though it was 2 blocks away. One of the blocks was
up a fucking mountain.
A steep hill. It's not 90 degree. You cannot walk up a 90-degree hill. It's more like a 45-degree hill, which is steep.
Up a fucking mountain.
It's a steep hill. It's not steep enough that they didn't install stairs, but it's really steep. And he wanted to knock over all the cars on the side of the.
So they're parked so they're parked.
Street
they
parking.
tell you to park at 90 at like a straight angle. Don't park at an angle. You got to park straight. This thing says 90 degrees,
yeah,
right?
you should be.
That's where I got 90 degrees at. That's where that
you
came
should
from.
be perpendicular to the curb.
That's where it came from.
So you are lined up.
Yeah.
You're not in an angle where your car
Yeah.
can slip down the hill.
But it just feels like you could just pick a car up and just go, and just watch it
Dominoes.
just roll down the hill.
It is so steep that
That's how steep it is.
It is so steep that the trees growing out of the pavement look like they're leaning towards you because
They are.
they are growing out of the pavement correctly up to the pavement.
Yeah.
But to the humans that are walking up the hill, it look like the trees are falling. So it's an interesting area. It's a steep hill. We got to the bus. The bus was easy. And then we got off the bus. The bus stop was 1 block. 1 block from the Painted Ladies.
But that block was a bitch block.
It was a block.
Especially after walking up
also
that
a hill.
45-degree and one street we just walked up.
It was maybe
to
like
get
a
to
30
the bus
degree.
stop to get on the bus, and
Yeah.
the bus took you maybe 5 minutes, 6 minutes away.
Nah.
Exactly.
It was
even
a
that.
30-minute bus ride.
Huh?
It was a 30-minute bus ride.
That wasn't a 30-minute
It
bus
was.
ride.
Because Google Map told me it was going to take like 45 minutes to get
That
from
shit seemed like
Lombard.
5 minutes.
No, it was a long bus ride. That's why I thought, okay, now we're rest up. We can walk 1 block.
That shit seemed like a 5-minute
no,
bus
it was
ride.
it was like
felt
16 stops.
I felt like we got on
It
and
was
got off.
16 stops.
I got you. No, I get what you're saying.
It was like a 30-minute bus ride.
I'm just saying, it felt like it was a 5-minute bus ride.
It was a 30-minute bus ride. So when we got off and walked in our block, I didn't think it was a big deal. Unfortunately, it was a 30-degree hill. So I'm sorry, Caitlin, for trying to kill you on our trip. I did not know.
Yeah, you try to kill my sister. You can just say you don't like her. You just say you don't like her. You just say that. You don't try to kill her on vacation.
Tell
That's
you
fucked up.
the elevation you're going up when you say 1 block or 2 blocks. I mean, I didn't get us lost. I didn't get us to any shady area of town. We just went to a bus stop.
Oh well, yeah. Then we didn't, but we did encounter Crazy Man 5000. We did.
Okay, it's public transit.
Exactly. So that's why that's the part of why I don't understand why you love public transit so much. You meet crazy ass people.
Because public transit is, first of all, good for the environment.
I know.
Second of all, economical. Third of all, because a good city is supposed to have accessible public transit that's for all.
Yeah, they got up transit
poor,
and they got down transit.
Whether you're poor, rich, middle class, whatever, student, kid, old people, everybody should be able to.
That motherfucker was harassing people. That dude was harassing people. Don't say he wasn't.
He was crazy.
I didn't say he wasn't. That's not my point. The point was he was fucking harassing people to where the point where when the lady got off the bus, she actually had to look behind her to make sure that this crazy ass motherfucker wasn't following her. Like that, you shouldn't have to do that.
Yes. There are some mental
So you got all this public
issues.
transit. You should have people on the public transit that is there to help with situations like that.
You mean the bus driver?
The bus driver, no. The bus driver, no.
So you need a second, like a security guard on each bus?
Yes.
No.
That's
not how it works.
That's an extra job for somebody else on that fucking bus.
Okay, you should tell government that they should pay a security guard on each public transit.
Yes.
Government's not gonna do it.
So no. So you know how planes have marshals? And it's just a random ass motherfucker on the plane. You don't know. You can do that.
Except there's funding for it. There's no funding. There's no funding.
But that's what I'm saying.
Undercover cop.
Why not? Is my point. We could do that. There should be that.
I'm saying you go call the government up and tell them they should do it.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Well, then there you go. There you go.
But it was just like I don't know about this, but it was fine. Like he was crazy, and I would have had to hit him in the face, and I'm glad I didn't have to. That's all I'm saying.
That's why you see the crazy video of New York subway or stuff like that. People get into fist fights or stuff, but people still riding your subway.
The subway was fine. I have no issues.
Oh, the BART was really good.
The subway was awesome. That was that public bus I had a fucking problem with. That was it.
The BART was really good.
Yeah, the BART is cool.
We really like the BART is clean.
We took it from the airport. We took it from the airport, and we took it from the. And
it
we
was
rode.
clean.
It was okay. It was
clean. Okay, it's not Asian standard clean, but it was clean.
It was okay. I didn't say it was bad. I never said it was bad. I said
it was clean.
Okay.
There was no junk on it. It wasn't gross. It didn't smell. It wasn't hot. It was clean. It was not Taiwan or Japan standard clean.
So we're hitting the hour. Do you want to?
No, I was going to stop the day. We ended the day eating tacos, and it was delicious, and we already talked about tacos.
What day is this?
The same day as the Painted Ladies, and we just talked about it.
I didn't know we were on the same day. Okay.
It's the same day the crazy on the subway. No, the subway does much.
I've had a lot of booze. I don't know what to tell you.
But yeah, we ended the day in Mission. We did see the poor people, which is unfortunate. And we lived in Houston, the poor area before too. It's similar, just different. It's city versus.
It's similar but different. That's good. That's actually a very good way to put that. It's pretty similar, just different. Because you're used to being in a situation like this. You're just like, I don't know this place though. I don't know what could happen here.
In Houston, there's no like subway station coming out.
I thought you were gonna say something else.
No, it's.
So I thought you were gonna say what you were saying that whole time. And Houston, you worry about like guns and shit.
Oh yeah. In Houston,
But over there,
the
you don't worry
crazies
about
are
that
gonna
kind of
shoot you. If they're mad, you're afraid that they're gonna pull out a gun. In San Francisco, they threw a glass bottle the whole time. The craziest stuff we saw was that one dude who was yelling at some random lady for
We saw
no
a lot of
reason.
people crazy yelling.
No,
We saw a lot of people
the
yelling.
most crazy stuff.
Because when we went to the stinking garlic place, there was a dude yelling. Remember?
Yeah, but that was the glass bottle, wasn't that? Or that was on
that
the
was
pier?
something else.
Okay. It was the same day. Anyway, we saw some people that were angry, either at a person that they were with or imaginary person.
It's just crazy.
They were angry at something. Just because they're crazy doesn't mean they're not angry. But the most dangerous we saw was one person threw a glass bottle because they were angry.
So when we went, like we was talking about Mission earlier, like the train station in Mission was a little sketchy. We say that, but yet there was police right there. When you walk out of the train station,
Yeah,
there's two
just
fucking
standing
cops
guard.
sitting right there. So there's not like anything.
And then you have
it's just people
happy
just
artists that might be poor playing music and stuff like that. The sketchy part, you can feel is sketchy mainly because the graffitis on the wall
and
were
there's
real graffitis.
shit on the street. I don't know if it was dog shit or human shit.
It was dog shit.
I hope it was dog shit.
Somebody
hope
did not
it
pick.
was.
Hey, look, our neighborhood. Some people don't pick up their dog shit
I'm
either.
just saying. It was on the side. We're just walking down the sidewalk. We're just like, there's some shit. Watch out for shit. More than once on the same walk.
Okay, on the street of Taipei. Street of Taipei, you see that too. And Taiwan is very clean and
But I'm
safe.
just saying. I'm not shitting on it.
Pun
I'm just
intended or
saying
not?
that's the worst thing that we saw. Like we didn't see anybody getting beat up. We didn't see nobody getting robbed. We didn't see no police presence with like a fucking gurney pulled out
see any
somewhere.
harassment.
We did see a gurney at Girardelli, but that was like somebody in the restaurant passed out or some shit. It wasn't like
They
nothing
didn't pull
violent.
him out. We saw the paramedic leaving.
Yeah, we didn't-
Somebody I don't know.
But that was not
Somebody was
part of the craziness that
sick.
people talk about. Oh, why are you going to San Francisco? San Francisco is
No.
dangerous. You shouldn't go to San
I would
Francisco.
say, like we were talking to Steve and Asai, that in Houston, when things are not safe, when people are crazy, you're afraid that shooting will happen. Even in suburbs, whether you're in the city, the suburbs, or
Shit, yeah,
something.
motherfucker, right down the street, get blasting nobody's door.
Yes, but in San Francisco, it didn't feel like that kind of unsafe. Like maybe if you're willy-nilly with money, you might get people thieving or robbing or something like that. But that's in every city.
When we would go
that's
home
everywhere.
at night, when we would go to the hotel at night, and you would be in the bathroom taking a shower and all that. Sorry, and I'm waiting for you to get out of the shower and all that. I would just go walk around the block like late at night, like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night. I'm walking around the city in downtown, not worried about anything. No. Like I don't care. Like I'm in a different place, but it doesn't feel sketchy to me. Like I wouldn't do this at home. Like I've never walked around this neighborhood at 12 o'clock at night, and I've lived here for almost 10 years.
That's for a different reason.
That's my point.
Over here.
That's my point.
Yeah.
I feel safer walking around in a place I don't live in than my own home that I pay rent for.
It's very diverse. San Francisco is very diverse. Houston is diverse in a different way. Houston, depending on part of town, is not diverse at all. Like where we live, I feel like I'm the only Asian person around, even though
you're not.
I'm not the only, but it feels that way. In San Francisco, we don't
really go out though either.
But I know our neighbors are not Asian. I know that. We had Vietnamese people living down the street a little bit away, and they moved away. I mean,
I can guarantee you, I know where they moved to.
Anyway, so it's diverse, so you don't feel that people are staring at you and judging you for who you are that much. We went down to Castro, and I mean, people weren't judging. So it's a cool place.
Castro, if you don't know, is the gay part of San Francisco. It's the historical gay district.
but like something that's very historical for the United States in general, where Harvey Milk, was a big influence. The first publicly
Anyway, are we
gay
going to end this, or we just
governor
going to keep
something
talking?
like that. No, I was trying to end it, but you kept us going. I was trying to end it like 10 minutes ago.
Sure you were.
Anyway, I said the end of the day, and then you. Anyway, Mission was a slice of life that's different than where we're staying, and it's any other city. They have a lot of culture, a lot of good food, a lot of pride, and it's just a poor neighborhood. And it was great to end the day there. We had our burritos, we got tacos to go and arepas to go, and we were stuffed after we got back to the hotel eating our leftovers. So it was a fun day. Are we ending this episode, or are you just gonna smile at the camera?
I don't want to say anything because you said I kept going, so I don't want to say anything anymore.
Yeah. Stay tuned for part 2. We're gonna have a lot more about our trip, and we're gonna get refill of our, drinks.
Bye, Baos.
Bye, Baos.
Cable cars. Pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Look at this. That's Alcatraz way out there. That's Alisa, not Alcatraz. But then look at this. The Golden Gate Bridge. Cool. Having a blast.